President Donald Trump proclaimed the GOP tax cut plan a historic victory on Wednesday as the House headed to the floor for final passage. "It will be an incredible Christmas gift for hard-working Americans. I said I wanted to have it done before Christmas. We got it done," he said. Trump harumphed to his cabinet that Democrats, who did not give the bill a single vote in either chamber, don't like to see tax cutting and they like to complain. Minutes later, the House voted to approve the legislation for a second time without their help, having had to take up an amended version after a hiccup in the Senate invalidated the bill the lower chamber passed yesterday. The legislation sailed through by a 224 to 201 margin with 12 Republicans crossing party lines to side against it. Now this historic legislation will be sent to the President's desk so we can start 2018 with a new tax code, House Speaker Paul Ryan said once voting had finished. Scroll down for video. President Donald Trump proclaimed the GOP tax cut plan as a historic victory on Wednesday as the House headed to the floor for final passage. The bill sailed through the House 224 to 201 with 12 Republicans crossing party lines to side against it. Fired up, ready to go, House Speaker Paul Ryan is seen walking through the Capitol before the vote carrying a thermal coffee cup. The Senate passed the GOP's $1.5 trillion tax cut early Wednesday morning, leaving just one technical hurdle and Trump's signature as the final steps before the Republican president's top legislative priority became a reality. Trump will not be able to sign the bill on Wednesday but has afternoon remarks planned at the White House, where he'll be flanked by Republican lawmakers. He took an early victory lap in his cabinet meeting and in a statement released by the White House just after the final congressional vote. "I promised the American people a big, beautiful tax cut for Christmas. With final passage of this legislation, that is exactly what they are getting," he said. "I would like to thank the members of Congress who supported this historic bill, which represents an extraordinary victory for American families, workers, and businesses." Trump predicted that tax reform would lead to an even greater reduction in unemployment, new highs for the stock market and an increase in wages. "By cutting taxes and reforming the broken system, we are now pouring rocket fuel into the engine of our economy," he said. "America is back to winning again, and we are growing like never before. There is a great spirit of optimism sweeping across our land. Americans can once again rest assured that our brightest days are still to come." At his cabinet meeting, Trump said the gathering was one of celebration as he reveled in his administration's first major legislative achievement. "You know, for 34 years, they've been trying to do this, and they have it," Trump said. "Now comes the difficult work of selling the bill." A poll released Wednesday by NBC found that a mere 24% of voters had a favorable opinion of the plan. A senior official said Wednesday that government representatives would continue to hold events across the country, but it is the administration's position that the results will speak for themselves.